What's going on, everybody? Rabe here, and today we're taking a look at the second Seeker in the Cybertron Siege series, Thundercracker. Say that 5 times fast. So, this is, of course, Thundercracker, the Seeker that we all know and love. And my box is, for this figure is pretty banged up. I just got it in the mail from Amazon, and it was in a shipping envelope instead of a box. How you like them apples? But anyway, all that to say, this is a repaint slash very slight, I think, retool of Starscream with just a few minor changes here and there. He's got a different face, much more of a smirky face, oddly enough, than Starscream has. And you can see a nice image on the side here with a really gruff-looking grimace on his face there. On the back, you can see you've got Battle Masters and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, ultimately this is a repaint, so I'm not going to go too on and on about the packaging. And we're just going to get this guy open and check him out right now. Alright guys, so here we have Thundercracker in vehicle mode, and as you can see, he's a nice blue Tetrajet with red and black markings. He does have the battle damage, so if you're not a fan of that, I don't know what to tell you. It's, you know, it's just part of the siege line. It's how they do it now. So, the biggest problem that I do have with the battle damage, because mostly I'm fine with it. I think it looks decent most of the time. But on these repaint figures, and I don't know if this is going to be for every repaint figure or just the Seekers or what, the battle damage is exactly the same. It's the same exact pattern, even though on Starscream they're using the darker kind of gunmetal gray color, and this they're using more of a bright silver, but it is the exact same paint pattern. So you can see that it's going to be the same everywhere you go, even on the legs and all that stuff. So so that's kind of not amazing. But again, the colors of the main body and stuff like that are different enough that it's not really that noticeable. And here the two of them are together, looking really good. And of course, Skywarp is going to be coming with the Phantom Strike Squadron set, so it'll be good to add him to the mix as well. I will say, the chest panel on Thundercracker is 1,000 times better than on Starscream. This thing pops off if I look at it funny. This is solid as a rock. You can move it up and down. There's no problems here, no looseness, no floppy. You can see it's nice and solid. I'm very thankful for that. I will say some of the other joints are a little more loose than on Starscream. Nothing terrible. The guns, null rays, blasters, whatever you want to call them, are a little bit loose in the shoulder ports. So that's just something to look out for. I don't know if it's mold degradation or just something happened to be off on my particular figure. So, you know, like I said, just something to look out for. It's actually not that bad. It still holds fine, but you can just feel it. It moves very easily when you go to touch it or adjust it. So, just something to look out for. So, bottom of the jet, back of the jet, top of the jet. Looking pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get started with transformation. Alright guys, so if you already have Starscream, it's going to be exactly the same transformation. But just in case you haven't, we're going to do this pretty quickly. You just want to remove the weapons here and then pop off the chest panel. Just bring that out like this. You can either do this now or later, it doesn't really matter. I just want to do it and get it out of the way. Just bring that piece up there, and then we're going to go ahead and pop the wings up, sometimes it can be a little tricky because the joints are nice and tight and those tabs are in there solid. Bring this section back so you can access everything with ease, and then bring these legs forward just like this. You're going to untab the hands or the arms as well. You can see the slots right here. Tab onto these bits here and just rotate this section around. Bring the feet forward, or rather bring out the heel spurs and the toes. There you go. Bring the chest panel forward and down and just lock that into position. Bring the head up. That's going to sit right there. There's a little panel back here against the back of the head that you're just going to untab. There we go. And push that in, and that's just going to sit like so. Then we're going to split the front end of the vehicle, and it's not nearly as scary on Thundercracker here as it is on Starscream, at least on my copy of, you know, either. I don't know how scary it is for you guys on your Starscreams, but then just push this down and you'll see there's a tab here and slots here. Just want to make sure those line up, and that'll clip in just like so. Adjust the wings however you see fit, and then bring the arms just like that. Flip the fist out, extend, open it up, flip the fist out, extend, and close it up just like so. And there you have Thundercracker. And you can attach the weapons however you want to. Put them in the shoulders in the classic way. But like I said, at least on my copy, those are a little bit loosey-goosey. So I've been kind of just tucking them into... He's got ports on his forearms, just here at the elbow as well. So I've just been kind of popping those in there on him. Just, you know, not only does it save me the trouble of having them get knocked out of place easily on his shoulders, but it also differentiates him a little bit more from Starscream, and I think that's pretty fine as well. So there he is, looking really cool. He does have a different head sculpt than Starscream, weirdly enough. He's got this very odd, very kind of strange smirk that goes like all the way up his cheek. It looks real weird, and it honestly feels almost like this was intentionally, or originally intended rather, for Starscream and just somehow never made it to that figure. But I don't know how well it actually fits Thundercracker. It just looks a little out of place. I mean, the sculpt itself on that mouth is just a little strange. It's very like Transformers animated almost, and I don't know how well it gels with the siege line, but you know, at least it's something a little bit different than just the stock like frowny Starscream face. So, you know, that's okay. They're they're brothers. It's like Bert and Ernie over here. But here the two of them are together, side by side, so you can get an idea of how they look. And apparently, you know, there we go. Didn't want to focus up. So you can see they look really nice together, even with the battle damage being exactly the same. With the different colors behind it, you really can't tell. It is actually fine looking, in my opinion. You guys, of course, can have different opinions. That's what makes the world go round, but I think it looks just swell. So I think they look fantastic together. I'm really glad to have them in the siege line, and we'll go over the articulation really quickly. Again, for those of you unfamiliar with the Starscream mold, we do have a ball jointed head. It can go around all the way, up a little bit, down just a tiny little bit. It does have some light piping in the eyes, though I think my light is a little bit too blown out to really get much out of it, but you can kind of tell what's going on there. You can kind of see it behind there. Shoulders go out to the side, get full rotation. Wings can go out of the way, flap all the way back, flap up like that. So some nice articulation there. He does have waist rotation. It does get hindered a little bit by the backpack, but it is enough to kind of have a natural rotation to it. Elbows, he does have a bicep swivel. He does have a 90-degree, or rather, not 90-degree, double elbow, double jointed elbow is what I was trying to say. He does have a wrist swivel, which is cool, always a plus. He does have some nice solid hip joints there, no ratchets, but it doesn't matter. The hips are really tight and nicely done. Hip swivel. We got a nice deep knee bend, and with that spring-loaded panel for transformation, you can get it super deep as well. He does have the ankle tilt, which weirdly enough feels like it doesn't work quite as well in robot mode as it does in vehicle mode. That's odd, but it's alright. It's still enough to get some decent poses out of them, and of course you can move these foot bits if you wanted to. You can also kick his feet out forward and backward, so you get some really nice posability out of this guy. And he can even kind of pose on his tippy toes just due to that nice solid foot base. So that's really cool. Definitely a nice solid figure. I liked the Starscream mold, so I like this mold, weirdly enough. So yeah, I'm happy to have him, and I think you will be too. I think he's going to start showing up really soon. I mean, I ordered mine on Amazon and it shipped out just, last week. So I've actually had him for a little while, but I had some real life stuff going on. Oh, I forgot to mention, he does have shoulders that go forward as well due to that transformation, so that's really cool. But anyway, like I was saying, I had some real life stuff happening, so I wasn't able to record the video until today, but there you have it. Thundercracker. I keep wanting to say Skywarp, but it's not. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to be the review. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll have more Transformers coming real soon. Omega Supreme is right around the corner, so keep your eyes peeled for that guy. But in the meantime, thank you so much again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.